If you've ever felt stuck writing chords or melodies, Scalar has probably already been on your radar. And with version 3, it's not just smarter, it's so much more useful to you as a producer. In this video, I'm going to show you what Scalar is, how it will help you make better music, and 5 reasons why I think it could be a lifesaver. Scalar 3 is a plugin that helps you find chords, create progressions, and even come up with melodies and bass lines without needing to know music theory. It listens to what you play or what key you're in, and then suggests ideas you can use instantly in your DAW. You can start with chord sets made by real artists or build your own. You can then trigger those chords with your MIDI keyboard or click to audition and drag them right into your DAW as MIDI. Dragging was my go-to while composing stuff with Scalar 2, but there's a new way to keep arranging right here. Wait till I show you the arrangement section. Now let's dive into version 3 to see how it's now become a full creative engine. Okay, number 1, it's the new user interface. Now, honestly, I thought the old one was kind of complicated. Lots of stuff hidden under menus, not so in this new version. 3 sections here to start. Section A is where you'll find progressions ready to go. Section B shows you the scale you're in, so if you're an expert, you can explore scales here. And Section 3 is where you're actually creating your progression. Now, let's start from scratch and just choose a built-in progression. You can search by genre or explore chord progressions made by an artist. And of course, if you've already started creating something in your DAW, but you need some help finishing it, there's MIDI detect and even audio detect if you've saved someone else's great chords. So yeah, 2 ways to begin. There are lots of nice progressions here. Just tap the chords to hear them. You can click a bind button anywhere on the screen to play the chords with a single finger on your keyboard. Lots of great stuff here. Really great place to start for some inspiration. Alright, so I've selected this progression. I'm pretty happy with this one here, but I think it needs something more. So I like where it begins. So I'll grab those chords and put it down into the main track. And this is important because the main track is what we'll build on later. Wait till you see that. And now I can start building this progression more by having Scalar 3 suggest some more chords that complement what we've already got. The blue ones are closer matches, and the gray ones kind of take you into a different feel. Ooh, that's beautiful, I love it. Now here's an improvement they made to the interface. Below Section C, you'll see a bunch of tools. These were previously up top in Scalar 2 and didn't quite flow as well as they do now. You can click on Performance to change how these chords play. But wait a second, I want to show you another awesome new feature. You get built-in sounds with Scalar 3, but now you can also use any plug-in instrument you already have. Let's use an Omnisphere pad on this chord progression. You can see things arranged by manufacturer if you want, and you can also favorite things for easy access later on. Now let's change how it's playing. Let's add a rhythm. You can humanize and add a swing. And here's an expert tip. I love this new feature. I'm going to switch to Arturia's Augmented Grand Piano. Turn on Keys Lock and select Chord Scales. What this does is it puts your chords on the black keys and lets you play anything you want on the white keys. And it keeps the white keys in the right scale for each chord you're pressing with the black ones. Watch. You've also got voice groupings here to switch up how the chords are actually played. Same chords, just slightly different rearrangement of the notes. Okay, now we're getting into the really interesting part. It's the brand new multi-track arranger. And hey, don't forget that a great studio isn't just about the gear or plugins you've got, it's about setup. My free guide walks you through optimizing your space for the best results. You can get it totally free using the link below the video. So, you can now build full arrangements, chords, melodies, bass, phrases, all inside Scalar. Each track is totally independent, but follows your chord progression. You can tweak each one, adjust timing, and use different instruments. For me, this is where the magic now happens in Scalar 3. You stay in the creative flow. You don't have to bounce MIDI out constantly or jump back and forth between plugins. You could literally sketch out an entire song idea right here. Let's build an arrangement with the chords I've chosen here. Click on the Arrange button right at the top and you'll see our chords. I'm going to get rid of this chord for now, and let's change our voicing. Kind of like the guitar voicing. Now let's add a bass line. Lots of different ones to choose from here. And we can even choose our instrument. Let's choose a bass sound. You can change the octaves. The inversion. And let's even add a melody. Let's choose something simple at first. And of course, we have to choose our own instrument now. Let's try the Juno on the melody. Now here, I'm looking at the mixer. Or I could even look at the MIDI that it's generated. I can change the inversion. I can change the octave. Change up the voicing too. Let's change up the melody. Now you'll notice that the bass and the melody are following the main track's chords. Now what if I want to change the main track's chords? Well, I can do that too. We're going to change to this. Get rid of that. Now if we go back to Arrange, you'll see it reflected here. And the bass and melody are going to follow it. Now we can keep building on this. You can keep arranging your song. Maybe have something different in this part here. Let's add a variation. Let's do those two chords there. Maybe we'll have a variation here. And the bass and the melody just keep following through. Let's add a simple arpeggio with strings. Chord follow with some strings, and I've changed the inversion. Change the voicing. And as you can see, each track is independent but follows your chord progression no matter what changes you make. You can tweak this later, switch around some chords, and everything aligns For me, this is where the magic happens. You stay in the creative flow. You don't have to bounce MIDI out constantly or jump back and forth between plugins. You could literally sketch out an entire song idea right here. This is really big if you have trouble finishing songs. You can just play and experiment. No theory, no stress. Here's another variation I created with rhythms. And don't forget, you can also add effects. Okay, I've got one more reason, and I have to show you a bonus after that too. Somewhere they're taking Scalar that I'd like to see them do even more. All right, so how about the fifth reason? Well, it's the Create page. Now that you know the basics, this is where things get super interesting and even more complex if you wanted to. On the Create page, you get tools like modulation, circles of fifth, explore, colors, and sketch. And as you discover ideas here, you can drag things down to your chord progression and keep experimenting in all different ways. The Explore tool helps you break out of the scale way of thinking and actually go into a world of harmonic possibilities. It presents chords grouped by emotional qualities like bright, dark, or neutral, so you can discover progressions based on vibe rather than just key. It's great for sparking new ideas when you want to get away from predictable chord choices, and it helps you discover new combinations that still go along with your original chords. We can choose different genres. The Colors page is all about chord voicings and substitutions. It lets you instantly explore parallel chords, relative chords, inversions, and more. And it's laid out to help you make your musical decisions. Colors gives you an easy way to add some richness, tension, or variety to your progression. Scalar 3's Circle of Fifths gives you a visual way to explore key relationships and modulations. It makes it easier to understand how chords relate to one another across different keys and modes, and it helps you move between them musically. You can drag and drop chords from the circle. It helps you build variations over time. Sketch is a sandbox-style tool that lets you test out alternate chord progression ideas before committing them to the timeline. You can build progressions freely, audition them with different voicings and motions, and then drag the ones you really like into your arrangement. All right, bonus. They've added new templates. Templates make it easier to get started or stay in a creative workflow. These templates are pre-made session setups that include chord progressions, instruments, and motion clips across multiple tracks. So if you're looking to sketch out a full arrangement, or if you just need a quick starting point, the templates really give you a head start without needing to build everything from scratch. You can load a template, tweak the chords, swap out instruments, and instantly be making music, all within Scalar 3. This is really nice for beginners who want inspiration and for advanced users who want to save time. If you have any questions about Scalar 3, share them in the comments below. And if you want to get my top recommendations for your studio setup, get my free book below. And want something else free? Watch my video right here sharing the best free plugins for the year. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you there.